Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and it is the Monday update, and we do have a surprise, or at least it's definitely a big surprise to me because I didn't know about it. All right, that being said, let's start off with the basics. This week we have a 3x, as you can see, for the ships daily win bonus. That'll be all week. And then also here, let's go in to the shop. There is nothing new for like missions that I saw or nothing like that of any of that nature. Um, but there is Waves of the North. All right. And in this is Huron, which is a tribal class destroyer. So it's Hyena, but it doesn't have a smoke and it has a heal. So that's kind of cool. And it has a pretty decent engine boost. Also, this thing has some AP, solid AP as well. If you look on it, it's a little bit better reload than the other ship, but the HE is alpha is lower than Hyena. But the AP is significantly better, obviously with the good firing angles. And so the AP could be really powerful on this. I'd like to try it out before I really say. Also, only having 4 torpedoes, basically like Haida as well. Um, I don't know. Gonna keep an open mind on it. Seems like an AP Haida with a heel instead of a smoke. That's my take from it at first glance. And then also in this is the bundle is uh, Yukon, which do not let your eyes deceive you. This is a King George with triple turrets. All right, uh, not super impressed by this one. It has a Canadian like the slow smoke, right? And then or it seems that way. I have to look at the smoke a little closer when we use it. And then it has a super heal. So that's one difference in the King George and Duke of York. And then it's triple turrets, but they're the same guns, guys. They're still the Mark 45s or the 45 caliber 15s that they have on there. They're the Mark 7 guns, right, for the British. Uh, Turret is bad. The reload is bad. So this is, I believe, like 6 to 7 seconds worse than King George, and you have one less gun. However, the AP is a little bit better. The HE is worse, but the AP is a little bit better, and it is shorter fuse, but not like instant fuse. So, so this could be interesting. A version of King George, right? Because we already have Duke of York as well. But I think because it is a 9 turret layout, King George. So instead of the quads on the front and the back, and then the super firing being a twin, this just has 3 everywhere. Um, I will be very curious to see. These are basically copy paste ships, but they do have some changes to them that may make them interesting. Also, we have Charles King's Mill in the shop, or as a new commander now. He's a battleship commander, which is I find very funny because being the history guy that I am, this guy was like the beginning of the Canadians getting a navy in the very early 1900s. They never had a battleship. I feel like this guy should have been the generic commander, but that's just being the dweeb in me, the dark. But that being said, he has Father of the Navy as his skill. So for the this ship, not a bad one, right? It's not terrible. I wouldn't say it's an overpowered base trait by any means, though. Um, he's a hybrid commander, but he's different in the fact that he doesn't have the extra heals, right? But he is a got flammable cannoneer, but he's also got brawler. He's got gyrating drill bits, but he's also got porcupine. You know what I mean? So he's got on second thought or marksmanship, And in his, you can see he's got this Dominion detectability time after. They're basically smoke firing penalties. So this perk is kind of built for that new King George, or what's it called, the Yukon. And then this foghorn, I mean, this could be pretty good. I think this would be the perk to take. And he's like custom built for this Yukon ship. And of course, they put it in a bundle. Like both of these are in a bundle, so going to be hard to get. But you can get down, what, 10% there, 10% there. You could be pretty obnoxious. He also has fully packed. Oh my gosh, you could what is that, five heal or five smokes you could end up with? I would honestly probably take Testudo, to be honest, but for the extra heal. That being said here, really quickly, I did one thing I did not look at. We should look at the Yukon's smoke firing penalty, concealment, firing main guns when in smoke. 11-9. Wow, that could be. So in theory, you could get that down probably to the mid or low nines, even more if you found maybe a couple of other inspirations. But uh, that is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That you could get your smoke firing penalty down quite far. But I don't see a whole lot of reason for it. It's this thing is a King George. You know what I mean? It has armor, so I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing for me, I guess. That being said, might as well show you guys this here. I probably will make a cut, but I will show you guys what it takes for me to get all the things that I need from here, obviously, because I have to showcase. I'm not a CC. I don't get these ships for free. I have to do this if I'm going to show you guys the um, if I'm going to show you these ships and commanders. So I will make a quick cut here and see uh, where it takes me to get all of these, which is going to be costly. Give me 1 second here. So you can see here at the 24th stage, I have Huron and Waller up. So we'll get the new Huron ship. But now I need to get the other one as well. And I want to make sure you're very clear. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just showing you guys if this is what you're going to do, which I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of these bundles. Oh, we got it at 27. So I would consider myself pretty lucky that we got both of these at 28. That would have costed me, I didn't even see how many doubloons. Get out of the way, Charles Kingsmill. I know you got you now. That have been 20 doubloons, so that I got really lucky, and that costed about $80. All right, or that would have been the equivalent of $80 here, right? Let me just double check, make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, it would have been about $80 you'd have to get, or 70 right there. You could do that one. That was the equivalent of what I got, but that doesn't mean you will. You could get very unlucky, guys. I did get lucky on that, and I did get them. So I will build these ships out really quick and then just showcase. So as you see, not a whole lot left for me in this, so I'm gonna leave it. Let me build them ships. We'll take a really close look at them and see if there's anything intriguing that pops out. And I did read this actually wrong. It is main battery range. It's not a firing penalty range. So you get more range being in the smoke screen. I, I mean, I don't know. Like if you're building into a smoke screen, um, 17's already good. I don't know why you'd want to go farther than that if you're taking that skill. Obviously, I'll build him out more when we play. But having this extra heal or fully packed to get all the heals actually would be really, to get another heal and the smoke would be really good. Testito, depending on what you like, it would be good. I guess if you want 4 smoke generators on a battleship, you could do this one. The problem is there really isn't a whole lot here. That probably actually is sadly the best one. I definitely wouldn't take this over marksmanship though. But you could get a 10% buff to your smoke screen stuff. I just don't see myself doing that. Um, so outside of that, that ship doesn't look any different. We have with let's put on really quickly right with you. We'll look at the new ship, the Huron. Let's put on this stuff really quick. We'll go with aiming systems, prop. Thank God it's got prop. It's not a built-in one. Concealment, and obviously we'll go with reload. All right. So what does this ship look like decked out? Um, what do we have here? We have Sims and Swirsky. So 5-3. So it'd be 5-1 if you went full detection. Getting a little bit extra from Sims for heal health. 3-4. Like this is actually going to be a good gunboat in my opinion. We'll see. But at first glance, good gunboat. Nothing stands out there too crazy to me. I will obviously be working on games for them for you. But I did want to showcase it. Also, there's this. We'll go to doubloons. There's this Magic at Sea uh, package. It's $50 for 15 crates. I mean, this is what I would do, guys. If it was in my shoes, I'd be waiting to see if the old Christmas crates come back out with better drop rates. That's just me. However, these do give a slight chance of dropping the legendary ones, right? The new legendary ships. I don't think that's like a super crazy offer. Also, grab your daily reward, which is now no longer the mystic boxes. And then uh, Plymouth is on sale, guys. Plymouth. And I think we just had a crazy game in this one. Oh no, that was not that one. That was Hampshire. I'm bad. So you guys don't know Plymouth. Um, pretty squishy ship, but it's got 16 guns that are absolutely obnoxious. If you can stay alive in this ship, this is an absolute obnoxious ship. I also want to try the radar version for you guys too this week. This is one ship I do normally build in the smoke because, as you can see, concealment 10-3, and the radar is 9-9. So you could go full concealment with this. The thing is this ship isn't nearly, in my opinion, as agile, right? So I don't know. This is one ship where I don't necessarily think taking the radar is always the best option. But again, I'll play around with it a little bit more today, but I do have videos out on Plymouth. Also, we will be streaming today. So if you guys want to see these ships, I will be playing them on stream with you guys. Outside of that, guys, I did not see anything else in the shop or anything else, but the 2 new surprise ships is pretty cool. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you folks next time.